gonna start the recording. Hi, everybody say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom on YouTube. All right.
I do.
Yeah, my mother is definitely not gonna watch
Welcome, everybody. Legends of Stoia, The Hymns of Fate, Episode 2. Quick recap before we start getting into it. You and your mystical party of wonderful adventurers fell ashore with the help of Gilsby to the Pasarad coast, whereas Xanfir, a sorcerer you guys were traveling with, got zapped into a magical item that sucked his entire body into something, and then attached itself onto a minotaur. The minotaur's name is Karsten.
Karsten.
Yeah, there we go. And
Karsten, named Karsten.
Karsten is named Karsten. That's right. And then now Xanfir's kind of trapped it within the mind of this minotaur. He has his own minotaur maze to go through. Oh my gosh, I just thought about that now. Anyway,
What?
think about it. He has his own little minotaur maze to go through. The mind of the minotaur.
You know the old myth about the dude that gets put into the labyrinth to fight off the minotaur and he has to find his way out.
Yeah.
Future stories. Anyway, they also met on the Pasarad coast a bard by the name of Seraphina, who was investigating why her village was starving and why this other village was thriving. You guys started to go towards the village of Pasarad when you guys fell upon two bone sirens who started attacking you. You guys overcame the enemy with quite a vicious amount of force. And
Unnecessary amount of force.
to the point where another bone siren came out of the woodworks and went, oh shit, and then turned around.
She went,
yeah, thanks to Charles.
Yeah, of course, thanks to Charles Stronghammer. And now you guys are on your way to Pasarad, and that is where we find our heroes right now. So you guys find yourself walking along a trail, led by Seraphina, who is leading you into Pasarad. It's in between summer and fall, kind of in the halfway point. So you guys are starting to notice a couple of leaves falling here and there. The dirt is quite patchy, but there's an air of just a little bit of uneasiness as you're walking along. You've seen these sirens, and you were trying to figure out kind of what happened and what's going on there. That being said, what are you all doing as you're walking along?
Karsten, look at pretty leaf.
Okay.
I'm just like rubbing my pockets because like they're filled with gold. So I'm just like so happy with myself. I'm like, and then I've got like some coins that I'm like rolling over my knuckles like that as well.
All right.
Roll
I'm just
performance.
keeping my head down, trying to watch my step, and trying to not, attract attention of the wrong kind from the forest.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, Karsten, as he's walking along, has his
Cinnabon, you're
two
muted on
friends,
Discord. You're muted on Discord.
Greeks also.
Charles, yeah. Charles is gonna he's gonna
At my
pull out a
knees.
giant mutton chop because he just carries around tons of food and tons of ale all the time for no reason at all, and he is just ready to eat the biggest breakfast after saving his whole party.
Okay.
And even Azrael comes over and goes, dude, man, that looks really tasty. I'll give you like 300 gold for it. And Charles says, no, it's okay.
Dude, how are you role playing for me, dude? Get the fuck off my dick.
See, I'm still in my direwolf form. So as Charles is eating food, I jump up and grab a piece and take off with it.
Oh, nice.
Charles' quick instinct kicks in, and the Ultra Instinct theme just starts playing, just dun dun dun, and then
And as usual,
blocks the attack
Charles
and just
coming into-
goes to
All
town.
right. So
With the bear.
so
I
hold
mean,
on.
actually, yeah. Would you be aiming?
We have to. So I'm gonna have.
So much
So
for this.
Captiva, you roll acrobatics, and
Okay.
Charles, you roll dexterity. Just a dexterity saving throw.
I was gonna say, because isn't Charles still sitting on top of my shoulders as well?
No, I hopped off long ago,
I
dude.
got a
Oh,
5
okay.
plus 1.
Hours
plus
ago,
one.
hours ago.
That's fine.
Alright,
Then
well,
that means
I agree.
Corey gets to be on my shoulder.
I have to open it.
Okay, no worries. Let me know what you get, and that'll depend on the outcome of what happens.
Alright, I got a 16. Bro, I slaughtered you. Plus
Okay,
4.
yeah.
shut
So
up.
you kind of you think that you're like being extra sneaky and stealthy, but as you kind of wiggle your tail to jump up onto this piece of meat, Charles sees you and kind of turns his back at the last second as you jump and kind of makes you roll off of him, thus negating the
Yeah,
attack.
he's a tasty morsel.
As the bear's lying on the ground, Charles looks down and goes, "Don't even try it again."
And I just kind of.
Oh wow! Shadow Force just got a $20 tip. Just like staying awake for 24 hours is a bad idea. So is Wild Magic. Let's do this thing. Yo, Shadow Force.
Oh,
thank you for the
Shadow!
donation. We got our first
Oh,
Wild
boy.
Magic roll of the day.
Shout out to Shadow.
So much so that I need to pull up the Wild Magic image table that I.
Wait,
Yeah,
Shadow,
in that
who is
case-
this? Who is this aimed at, Shadow?
This is it'll be at random because it is wild.
Okay.
Just say, now that reminds me, because Greek said he
Alright.
hopped off, but is Sylvia still sitting on Karstan?
Yeah, we need to know who's sitting on Karstan. That's important. All right.
Karstan.
D100 coming at you. We got a 26.
Sylvia, Mike's muted.
All right, let's see
On
who.
Discord, Cinnabon.
Let's see who this goes to.
On.
5. Okay, so this is going to affect Serafina.
Oh,
Serafina, you suddenly feel a force come out of the ground and kind of like hit you at the root of your feet and kind of shoot up to the top of your head. You feel very very much empowered. Your eyes, in fact, start focusing a lot longer of a range than you're used to. You don't gain any advantage on perception though, but you feel like your spells are a little bit more effective at longer ranges now.
Interesting. Wow, thank you. I was worried you were gonna say I grew a third leg or lost a leg. Or
This is
something.
literally pay to win.
You never know, it's wild magic.
Actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shadow.
You guys continue walking along.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually finding your way to the top of to the western tip of Pasarad. As you guys are walking in, you see a sign that says Pasarad as you guys pass it by. It's very old, very
You
very
passed
rotted
by.
wood,
So it's loud.
decrepit. You see farmlands as you're coming in. The farms look like they have seen better days. There are still fruit growing here and there, or farming vegetables. You know, a couple pieces of lettuce. However, the ground looks freshly soiled. It looks freshly dug up and worked through.
Tilled.
Yeah, thank you. That's the right word. Freshly tilled.
Yeah.
The ground very much worked through. It looks like it as hard as it is to grow plants here, there is somebody attempting to. You also see a scarecrow kind of on top of it, or
Scarecrow
not
has
on
a
top of it,
cat.
but like in the middle of the farmlands and stuff like that.
Is there any villagers?
You look around, you don't see anybody yet, but you get the feeling that it's a pretty big farmland. So you get the feeling that based on what
If
you
it's
see
dug
around
up,
you, there's activity. Like you can tell that there's some sort of living activity. Like obviously, like somebody had to till the land, but you just haven't seen anybody yet.
What time of day is it?
This is you guys were at midday when you reached there. So now it's starting to be, or when you reach the coast. So now it's starting to be a little bit towards like I'd say 4 p.m. sort of towards dusk for you guys.
Have we technically had a long rest or not?
As you were walking, no. I believe you guys took a short rest.
Yeah, we took a short rest before we set off.
Okay.
But not a long rest yet, no.
Okay, so Portent doesn't carry over. So do you remember or did you have written down what I rolled?
You rolled an 8, and that one,
I used that
was
one.
used, and then you
The
also
one
had
was
an 18, I believe.
18, yeah.
Okay, so I still have the
19
18. Awesome.
You
Oh,
actually have a
19. I still have the
yeah. I do have it
19.
written
Okay.
down. Because I'm a good DM, motherfucker.
Awesome.
Dude, that's kinda
as you
crazy.
guys,
So wait, so we see a scarecrow in the field?
you do see a scarecrow sitting in the middle of the field.
Custom being Custom looks over and she, oh, hi friend, hi. Trying to wave to the scarecrow to get its attention.
The
I turned to
scarecrow.
Costan.
Charles smacks the back of Carstan's head and goes, "Dumb
Okay,
Minotaur, that's not
before he
alive."
does that,
How the hell did you reach Costan's head?
Okay, wait.
Yeah. 8 foot.
What is
Watch his ass.
what is this rail doing? Is this?
Okay,
What's
I
going
was
on?
just gonna turn to Costan and be like, Costan, that's not alive. That's inanimate. So that it could be your friend, but it can't do anything that friends can do.
Okay.
And then
Gross.
Charles
Yeah.
slaps him
Yeah,
on
doing a
the
bit
as
of
far as he can on the back. He thinks it's the back of his head, but you know, with the height, it's probably the back of his ass. And
Probably not even.
It's A-okay with Charles, dude.
So, just for
It's
visual,
like a baseball slap.
Karsten like Shaquille O'Neal, and the rest of us are like that viral picture of his girlfriend with him.
Karstan's
quite.
8 foot tall.
I'm 6'1", so
I'm even taller than
3'5",
So
taller than
he's
Shaquille O'Neal.
Tall.
tall.
that picture
I'm
of
4 for
Shaq's
5.
girlfriend where she's
Yeah.
like half his.
So
I'm
yes,
really
compared to
tall.
Charles, compared to Charles, the Minotaur is quite big.
Probably
As
goes
well
up to
as-
his kneecap.
Compared to Sylvia.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Charles's physique is just so like astronomically like insane. So like everyone's
True.
just blown away by how wide he is. You know.
that's
I mean,
cap.
wouldn't that be the same for Kirsten? 'Cause
Um,
Carstan's he's too lean. He's like Kobe. Like he's just all like just length, dude. His arms drag on the floor, like you know.
as you
Just kidding.
guys continue walking past the scarecrow, Serafina, you feel that sense of power that you had in your head kind of fade away after a minute. You're no longer under the effects of the spell, seems like. But as you guys continue to walk, you eventually see out in the distance, through a little bit of you can't tell if it's a mist or a fog, but you do see a shadowy figure working and working the farmlands, kind of putting it. He kind of looks like he's digging up some dirt and planting seeds here and there, and like walking a couple paces and then digging up some dirt and planting seeds and covering it as well.
Okay. Roll for sneak.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what your stealth roll will be.
Yes, bro, hitting them high rolls.
You know what? No. It's smart. It's the
What'd
tactic.
you
It's
get?
how I get rid of the bad luck roll. I got 2.
You got a 2. Okay, plus whatever. What'd you get?
Oh, does it even
plus
fucking
7
matter?
is it? So it's like
Yeah, plus 7 is 9.
Okay, 9. Okay.
7.
Okay.
So you attempt to stealth, but as you do so, the ground is quite crunchy, and every step you take is kind of you're quite sneaky, but for some reason, you feel like you're not as stealthy as you normally are.
Kirsten's still upset that he couldn't make friends with the scarecrow, so he's still just got his head down, walking along with the group.
So,
And I'm kind of circling around everybody and kind of sniffing the air to see if I can smell anything.
go ahead and
That's
roll
off.
perception with advantage because smell is one of your best traits as a direwolf.
Holy shit.
Perception, right?
You're going to be using your, I believe perception is based off of wisdom, so you would have a wisdom modifier for your direwolf. Remember, you have to go up to his stats.
Wait, so I have a question. Since she is an animal, do I roll an animal handling? Like if I want to like do an interaction?
If you do an interaction with a player character, more than likely you won't have to make any checks. They'll just role play it out.
Okay, true.
So
Unless you do something like you're resisting each other, like with the mutton chop.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, like something like that. Okay, cool. That's it.
D20, Bella.
Oh, do it in the D20. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just roll it anyway. Yeah.
What?
Ah, nice.
That one.
We're getting our bad rolls out today, boys.
Let's go,
Getting the
dude.
bad rolls out, boys.
If you roll in
That's
that
a-
one, do you still
Okay,
get
natural
advantage?
1. Yeah, you
Crit one, dude.
Okay.
you go to like sniff the air around, and a bug just flies up your nostril. All you can smell now is the rotten.
Probably
blood.
a stink bug.
Yeah.
Oh.
That'd be,
dumb
unlucky.
So
That'd be very unlucky.
you're pretty ineffective when it comes to smelling this time around. As you guys walk closer, you start noticing. Are you guys attempting to approach this farmer at all? Or are you guys just planning on walking by?
I'm gonna walk towards the farmer.
Kirsten has no idea the farmer's there because he's still
I
upset
hang
about the
back.
scarecrow.
I
Sarah,
hang
can you hang
back
back?
and watch the reaction before I get involved.
Does anybody go with Azrael?
Yeah, Charles climbs up on Karstan if he
Okay.
allows him, and just hangs up on his back.
Is
Like a
Karstan
shoulder.
coming with me? So Karstan,
Kirsten's just still looking down because he's upset about the scarecrow, so he's just walking, following whoever's in front of him.
Charles, having been able to successfully climb on Karstan before, kind of finds the same footholds and gets up there.
yeah.
Wait, am I still on Karstan's shoulder?
You can be.
Yeah, you
Currently?
were sitting
So
on
is he just
my
gonna
head.
go on the other one? Ah, the
Yeah,
head.
no, I
okay.
just-
You were sitting
Yeah.
on my head holding my horns.
Yeah.
So right now you're kind of like propping yourself up since Karstan's just looking down.
Mhm. Yeah. So Karstan, are you walking along with Azrael or not?
I'm assuming Azrael was stood in front of Karstan, so Karstan's following whoever's stood in front of him because he doesn't know where he's going.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
he
you
turn
walks
around.
when the person in front of him's walking, stops when the person in front of him stops.
So you guys walk up to this person who's planting seeds. As you guys do, you notice no reaction, no illicit reaction. You give the feeling that he would have heard you, but he's just continuing planting the seeds.
Hello, humble farmer.
You
Talking to the farmer guy.
you hear a groan as he's taking the seed.
He ain't so humble.
Yeah. I
Karstan
Get
turn around.
closer. You get closer. Roll perception.
Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Karstan at this point looks up because he heard someone say something to someone. He said, "Oh."
Oh no way! Did I roll?
You
a
crit
one?
one?
Sorry, I just jinxed you.
No,
Oh
it's
my
D20.
God.
It's D20, dude. They don't want us to win in this cat. They don't want us to win. They don't want you to succeed.
You guys.
They just don't want certain characters to succeed.
What? Do I just go blind?
What'd
for
you
a
roll?
moment?
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
You rolled a net
What?
one
You rolled a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
as the dude's like plowing the some of the
Shit
dudes.
is 8.
Yeah,
I got
so
glaucoma on that roll.
you noted you notice from your perception check that there's a guy in front of you and he's planting seeds in a farm.
Okay.
That's all you can really tell at this point.
At this point, Kirsten's looked up because he's noticed that Azrael was talking to someone. Said, "Oh,
Yeah, the fog
And
is
then he sees
kind
his
of
foot, he's like,
blocking your vision
"Oh."
and not allowing you. Like he
How
still looks like a
far are we
shadowy
from the
figure.
sky? How
At
far?
this point, you're probably like you're probably like right behind him, but the fog is just like for some reason you can't. He still looks like just a shadowy figure because of all the fog.
Oh.
Kirsten looks happy now, and he goes, "Oh, hi, friend."
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah, hi friend, but like kind of like passive aggressive
Mhm.
because I didn't get the reply a second ago.
Idiot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The man continues to dig into the dirt. and plant the seeds. You notice that there's kind of a wheelbarrow next to him, and he kind of goes and he like pulls it forward every 5 feet or so, stops and continues to go through. He doesn't seem to respond to you guys at all.
Okay.
Let's
I wanna
have
throw-
let's have at this
He
point
might be a
let's have at
skeleton.
this point Karstan, Sylvia, and Charles all roll perception.
Haha,
Okay.
yes.
I got a 17.
What is my perception?
17 total, by the way.
Clean.
Oh, total. Yeah, hold on.
I got a 15.
Yeah.
Plus-
I'm doing it on a D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Plus 1.
Why just
So-
got bad rolls
A
today?
15's
In total, I
15's
got a
fine.
7.
Nah,
Total
bro.
of 7. Okay.
Charles
What
is
did you
loved
do?
by the D&D gods. He prays
What
to them every
about
night.
Karstan? What did you roll?
Karstan got a 17 total.
17 total.
I'd like
Okay,
to
so
also walk up and a bit.
okay, Greek. Charles and Karstan both notice that something's off about this farmer. You notice that his clothes are a bit tattered. And Karstan, you look kind of through the tatters of his clothes. Charles notices this as well. It looks like his flesh is rotting on the inside of his clothing.
Charles just goes, ew, dude, disgusting. And then just...
Karstan just scratches it and goes, I think friend hurt.
I turn around to these guys. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What's disgusting about him? He's just dirty from working on the farm.
Dude, his ribs are showing. He's
Karstan just like points to him and goes, hurt there.
Okay,
Like,
I immediately pull out my daggers. I'm like, guys, this is similar to that bone siren that we just had to fight. If there's flesh like rotting, like you guys saw what the bone siren looked like, I pull out the daggers and I attempt to roll sneak again.
I mean, the fog is pretty thick.
All right,
True.
go ahead and roll sneak again. Once, now that you're in the fog.
You gotta do it again.
What am I doing with my life, man?
What did you roll?
You're too close to the farmer.
So
Yeah, you rolled a 2, guys.
So
You're a little bit too close to the farmer. He kind of, you don't get the feeling that he sees you anyway, but he might be stealth. What's your modifier?
+7.
Yeah, you might be stealth. You don't know.
My
Okay.
stealth, like I'm
I-
kind of just getting
Where-
antsy, and the hair on the back of my neck is standing up.
Mm-hmm. Shadow Force just redeemed. Give the party something happy. So now I get to roll a
Aw.
d6, and
Oh,
I rolled for Azrael. Azrael, as you're attempting to sneak, you feel something in your pocket. As you pull it out, it seems to be a nice plump piece of fruit.
I take a bite out of it.
All right, you take a bite out of it, and you feel you never really like fruit because of who you are. It always turns to ash in your mouth. But this one, you crunch into it, and you feel the crisp, fresh sensation of what is known as a blood fruit. You feel momentarily uplifted and revitalized.
And I'm just like,
Mhm.
I take the first bite, realize it's a blood fruit, and then I just start munching the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm going ham on it, like it's all red all over my pale skin, like
Mhm.
over my mouth. And I'm just standing there with one dagger in one hand and then the blood fruit in the other. It's like looks like I got blood on my face. And I'm just like smiling at everyone. I'm like, I like
Yeah.
blood fruits.
All right. This.
With a neutral expression.
Mm-hmm. So the man continues to farm. He gets to the end of his row, and he turns around. He turns around, and you see half of his face seems to have been torn apart, and it doesn't seem like a fresh wound. He's missing an eye on this side, and you can definitely see parts of his skull. Inside of it doesn't seem to have too many like maggots or bugs inside of it or anything like that. Nothing that big, but it just seems to be a hard piece of rotting flesh. You see a faint glow coming out of that eye socket. Faint green glow.
I throw my daggers at it immediately.
Okay, go ahead and roll for attack.
11, and then the dagger hit thing.
Mhm.
+5, so
Yeah.
16.
You hit it. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Roll damage. 4. Oh no, that's fucking wrong roll, man. My bad. What is it?
Rolling
It's
20s.
a 1. No, yeah, my bad. 1d4 plus 3.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. You hit it.
Oh, that's for one
And-
dagger, right?
No, you just threw the one dagger, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hit it and it goes. Goes back to the wheelbarrow, picks it up, starts walking it towards another row to start planting more seeds again. You see the your dagger after a couple seconds fade into shadows, and you feel it back on your hilt.
I turn around to the party. I'm like, see, the guy's reanimated.
Kirsten just looks at Ezreal, confused because of the big word he uses. Oh.
I look at him like, dude, yeah, acting like you knew what you knew that he was animated, bro. You're going for the kill. I'd be like, dude, I knew he was animated because I just sat here silently watching you
Charles,
do some buggery.
you told me the guy's had his ribs exposed and then didn't say anything after that.
I thought that he was, just undead. I thought he was just undead, so I was, just letting us scope the situation until we all got closer.
Charles, Serafina joins us, tells us that the land is like ridden with madness. We had to fight a bone siren, rotting to the flesh, and you're looking at this as a completely normal. This looks like
hey man,
events.
This is just a farmer. He got clapped by those bone sirens, and then they turned him into him.
How do they?
He was a wholesome farmer.
Sorry,
Are
Serafina.
you treating this like an STD or something?
As you guys are arguing amongst yourselves, Serafina, what do you do?
Oh, I was saying I stepped in and said, "All right, boys, no need to argue. Let's either leave or engage. What do we want to do?"
We need to get to the bottom of this, because the guy's reanimated.
I don't think fighting an undead will give us more answers. Do you think?
You never know. Might find something in his
Nah,
pocket.
You guys are still. You guys can still tell.
He's not hurting.
What was that, Sylvia?
Oh, he's not hurting us, so we should not attack him. Should let him
I don't know
attend
if
his
he's
farm.
sentient right now. I don't know if he can help us in any
Can I?
way.
Since I'm a druid, can
Mhm.
I roll to see if it has something to do with the earth?
You can, but you'd
That's
have to
causing
take
this?
yourself out of the wolf form
Okay.
in order to do so.
While this is happening, Kirsten being nice, and you know how Kirsten is, Kirsten walks over to the guy, and as he's planting seeds, Kirsten just starts moving the cart for him.
Okay. So you
That's
see
kinda
you see the
funny.
guy you see the guy planting a couple of seeds, and you're starting to move the barrel for him. After 4 or 5 seeds or so, the guy gets up, starts walking over to where the wheelbarrow would be, lifting up an invisible wheelbarrow and walking along, putting it back down to where you have it, and takes seeds out of it to continually plant again. You get the feeling that this is some sort of pre-programmed response that this man has.
Do the rest of us see it too?
It's like a mirror image.
Mm-hmm. Everybody sees this, yeah.
Okay.
I go up to Karstan and nudge him, and I back up behind him.
Are you a wolf at this point, or did you flip?
I'm gonna flip too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Human.
Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of use him to shield me, behind everybody else, and shimmer and turn into my half-elf form.
Okay. So, what are you attempting to do again? As you're trying to feel the land.
Trying to investigate the nature, if it's something that was changed in the area, like the soil or the water or something, to see if that could be what's causing this.
All right.
You know, the eerie chorus in the background just makes
Go
it even
ahead
better.
and roll a nature check.
Nature.
Nature.
I thought you said Nitra, and I was like, what?
Oh,
A nature check. What'd you get?
wait.
Yeah.
How do you use
3
that?
plus. Wait, what?
What did you roll?
What? And it just went away. Hold on, let me do it.
Go ahead and roll
Here.
again. No worries.
D20.
Yeah, D20.
4 plus 3, 7.
4 plus 3. You kind of feel your hand in the soil. Feels like a very rich soil. You don't understand, like, according to your knowledge, you don't. You would think that due to the amount of seeding that's happening and the amount of farming, there would be more results. As far as you can tell, you can't really tell why this situation is the way it is right now.
I walk up to the reanimated dude. I put my hand on his head and I turn around to everybody. I'm like, this right here, this is not alive anymore.
Mhm.
This should not be moving. If there
Thank you,
is a
Captain
consciousness,
Obvious.
sorry,
Nothing.
this needs to die. It's already dead. Like, think
I'd
of it
like
this way,
to
right?
Try and cast message on it just to see if it's sentient, because
Try
I will
it.
be able to respond if I can.
Okay.
If it's sentient, that means like inside it is somebody who's trapped.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
Or
so what do
it could be
you?
the work of necromancy.
So you
And this
cast.
could be fake.
That's what reanimation is, dumbass.
So you cast
Not-
a message. What do you find? Or what are you
it's
sending?
I send the message to say, "Hello, we're peacefully passing through the area. I admire your diligence. Just checking in to see if you need any medical attention or help in any way."
All right. So you're sending the message as you're doing this. The zombified farmer, you're holding its head and it's trying to like lean down.
It's got the hook on him.
Yeah, you kind of have the hook on him. You're like and he's even still like he's leaning down and picking up the dirt and putting plants and seeds and like putting it and like trying to walk away as you're
I just let
holding
go.
his head. Yeah,
I let go.
You let go, and he kind of rebalances himself and continues onward.
I don't hear anything back.
As you send the message and you don't hear anything back.
All right.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna kill this guy, and I'm gonna put his soul to rest.
What are you doing? You hear crying out
Doctor?
from in the fog. You turn around and you see another shadowy figure, hunched over. You see he kind of has a walking stick walking towards you.
Oh, Baba Yaga.
Is this your work?
My
I look
work?
over.
No, this is the work of the village. What are you doing here? Are you...
Village. We're just trying to help our village.
I'm gonna warn you, we don't have much. The stuff we do have is brought to us by Lady Willow, and trust me, you don't want to mess with her.
Lady Willow.
Take anything from you. We just have a few questions. We won't bother you, we promise.
Well, it'll be a first.
I pull out my
Have a
scimitar.
plan.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out my scimitar and I point it towards like the walking corpse, and I'm like, "What is that?"
Is it a rune scimitar or?
That's our farmer.
D-skim.
Smith.
D-skim.
He kind of puts on. You see he has glasses hanging from his chest as he gets closer. You guys aren't around these parts normally, are you? He kind of looks at Karstan. Definitely not you.
Hi, friend.
We're pretty alive and healthy, you know. You sound like you've been smoking for many years.
Well, I'm 30. And
Oh my.
as much as I would like to be a smoker, none of that really grows around here anymore.
Okay, so what's your deal, my mans? Why'd you stop us from dealing with this farmer?
Well, this farmer helps till the land and helps look over the crops for the remaining villages that are alive here.
Why is he
Looks
so
like it.
emotionless? And
Well, he is a zombie.
Do you know
I
how that
see.
happened?
Yes, Lady Willow. She has saved our village.
Oh,
I-
how did she save your village?
Well, in the Demekian Empire, there is a lot of soldiers to be fed and a lot of armies, which of course costs a lot of agricultural resource as well as a lot of money. That money is put into the soldiers and is put into the military of this empire isn't spread widely with the excess that the empire provides. Therefore, most of the outer-lying villages of this empire don't receive much aid, and therefore are set to fend for themselves. A couple years ago, we had a massacre coming across from raids from a outlying pirate invasion or something. I don't know. Bandits, from what I can tell. After that, a plague came through and wiped out another good portion of our village.
Sorry to hear about this misfortune.
Dude, you guys have bad luck.
Unfortunately, because of all of this, the land was completely torn and corrupted. We were unable to grow much plants and much farm life. That is, if we even had the manpower to do so.
I put my scimitar back into my sheath, and then I'm just like actually listening to this guy now. So I cross my arms.
I look impressed that Azrael can listen.
I'm getting impatient because the story never ends.
Custom just looks very confused.
And the man
Well, it's about
continues.
Lady Willow. She sounds very beautiful and charismatic.
Well, she's not what you might think. Not a lot of people are very accepting of her practices of magic. She is a necromancer, and
I knew it.
forcibly became one because of how this land was torn. She found secret knowledge, and she went as far as she could to find any magic she could to save our land. She landed upon necromancy. She learned that if she could turn certain people that were already dead alive again, she could give them basic commands like farming and agriculture in order to keep the people that are alive here still alive and their bellies not starving.
She should have been a paladin. She would have been much better off.
I
Paladins are way more accepting and by dwarves. You know, necromancy, not so much.
I look over to Charles. I'm like, paladins are assholes, man.
Paladins are the keepers of the light. Necromancers are demons. Enough said.
Really? It looks like a necromancer is like kind of upholding an entire economy here.
Well,
But not
Remember, we
allowing
have
them
a
to
member-
rest
we
with
have
their
a member
dead.
undead in
At
our
this
party.
point,
So let's try and
Custom
be.
doesn't like the loud
try
voice
and be-
from behind his head, so he just like reaches to take Charles off of his shoulders.
so you put Charles down on the ground, okay, as he's kind of throwing his little fit about paladins.
What do you mean fit? Paladins are the superiorness.
I take a gold coin out of my pouch and I tuck it into Charles's armor, and I'm like, yeah, buy yourself something nice, mate. Shut your mouth.
I come from royalty family, dude. What is this penny?
Absolutely correct.
And I turn to the villager. What is your name?
Oh, my name? My name, of course, is Zachariah Woodcock.
What a
Funny.
great
I'm gonna call
name.
you Woody.
A lot of people in the village do.
Okay, Woody.
You're
Do you
sick.
have anybody that isn't a zombie in the village?
Yes, we have a few. We have far and few between. We have between 10 and 20 people living in this village that are still living.
So you guys coexist with the reanimated ones.
Well, it's not the best option, but it's the one we got.
Well, what is your allegiance to this Willow lady?
She saved our village. We are eternally grateful.
You saved our life.
Lady Willow allows us to live and thrive. She hails from this village. She was born here. Her entire life's work is put into saving us.
Is there by any chance we can meet this?
I think she's expecting you.
Oh, shit. That's scary.
I just don't flinch.
Gosh, I want to meet new friend. As he raises his hand.
Come,
Charles just looks again. He goes, "Another fan."
Come on. I can show you.
Before we leave, what was I don't remember your first name, Woody, but
Zachariah.
Zachariah, right? Zachariah. Before we leave, I was just wondering, what do you think of Lady Willow, and what do you know of the ruin in the area?
The ruin?
What do you know of the effects of the necromancy and how it may be seeping into the surrounding areas and sowing chaos? Do you feel that's Lady Willow's work, or maybe it's something else?
This is the first I've heard of it. If so, all I know is that Lady Willow came back to the village with answers, and us being nothing but humble villagers were forced to accept it. We are very grateful for what Lady Willow is doing in our town. As far as anything else goes, I'm not aware.
Thank you.
I keep staring at Woody and let the rest of the soil sift through my fingers and brush it off, and just not looking around, looking at how desolate everything is. I'm not happy because the nature and the earth, just, you could tell it's sad.
Yeah. So you guys continue to walk along with Zachariah into the village. As you're going, you kind of see passerbys. You see a lot of people undead. In fact, you even see two skeleton soldiers kind of holding the line as you enter into the building portion of the village. Let's go ahead and have one of you roll a d20 with advantage, just for the fun of it. Let's see if
I've been
you guys
having
Who has the
bad
best
rolls.
luck?
I got bad rolls right now.
Charles is walking through this village with his hands behind his back, kind of like unimpressed
Oh,
and like
I rolled
disgusted by like the way everything is.
Okay,
That's
so Karstan rolled a 16. I'm gonna say that's high enough. Yeah, as you guys are walking through the village, you also see two ogres kind of side by side with clubs, but you get the feeling that they are definitely not. They haven't been alive for quite some time.
I look over, I'm like, fellow cousins, and then
they kind of look down.
Yeah, typical answer.
These ones seem a little bit more sentient. They acknowledge, but they, they're still.
Custom looks at me. Oh, my friend.
I kind of like walk up next to Charles and hip bump him, and he stumbles a little bit, and I look at him. I'm like, "Do you have to?"
Does he
yell at
stumble?
everybody to get noticed?
Does he stumble, or do you get a bruise on the side?
Yeah, you guys should roll for that.
Oh
yeah.
gosh. I'm not gonna make you guys roll for everything.
For Charles, he's got to keep a reputation.
I think we know who would be the sadistic DM in the group.
I know, right?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
Okay.
I just
as you guys come into like the town center and the town clearing, you see, sitting on what used to be a wonderful fountain that has since gone dry, a hooded figure in a gray tunic. And Zachariah turns to you. Welcome. Lady Willow, I believe you were expecting this group of adventurers. And you see the hooded figure. He kind of gestures towards the hooded figure, and the hooded figure pulls out its hand and gestures you guys to come closer. As you guys see the hand, it is grayish and almost like worn leather, as it gestures you forward with sharp nails coming out of it, like fingernails.
Costan, excited to meet his new friend, walks forward and he's like, "Oh, hi, friend."
I walk with Carstan because low-key a liability, so I make sure that Carstan doesn't get too close.
And, and sadly enough for Sylvia, she's still sitting on Costan.
That's okay. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Costan,
Literally.
Brunei.
So I come closer and
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
you rolled. What does that mean?
Who rolled?
I thought I heard you roll, Buff.
No,
I
didn't
dropped
roll.
I dropped an earphone.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Aside
You
question,
rolled
just for the sake of where this is going, just a quick aside. What is one of my spells appeared as a ritual spell under other actions? Does that mean it's like different from how often I can cast a non-cantrip?
So a ritual is something that you have to like sit down and perform for a long period of time. There's going to be like two different versions of the spell. You can snap cast it and get like a quick result, but it's not as effective. Or you can get like a ritual. You can do the ritual for it and get a broader view depending on what the spell is.
Okay.
I put my hand out and I sort of bow down. I'm like, "Greetings, fair lady."
I
Hello.
curtsy as well.
Welcome
Costan
to
was here.
Pasarad. I felt one of my bone sirens go, and I knew that people must be approaching.
Yeah, we kind of destroyed them.
Well, we didn't know, the bone siren was anything other than a creature that attacked, so we didn't mean any offense.
The bone sirens came, and I turned them in order to protect the village.
Yeah, well, they started attacking us, so good job.
I don't know.
I stand
They
in
were
front
programmed
of
to
Charles.
attack any outsiders. What did you say?
I stand in front of Charles and mute him with my ass cheeks. No, I'm kidding. I just
Please do mute him with your ass cheeks.
Damn.
I spit on it.
The only way Charles can get
Bold
muted.
move.
Right into his. Gag him with your ass cheeks.
Damn.
The clever
Yes.
ass cheeks mute his dumb words.
Yeah. No, keep going, Serafina. What are you saying?
So I just stand in front of him and I ask Lady Willow if she would like to sit down and have a chat. Have a little.
She
How do you
kind of
pronounce it? Pet.
yeah. She pats
Sit
the
for fit, I think.
the stone next to her that she's sitting. She's already kind of sitting on this fountain, so she kind of pats to gesture you sit next to her.
Sit next to her.
Does everyone see that?
Yeah.
I
Everybody's
squat-
there. So.
I squat down.
Costan, assuming that was for him, goes and sits down before Seraphina gets the
What does
chance.
Willow look like?
So Lady Willow, as far as you can tell, you just see a gray hooded figure. The only real features you're getting is her hands as they coming out, but it looks very gray, almost old, and you can see like black fingernails kind of sharp jutting out from her hand.
Are these similar to my hands by any chance?
Chance.
Not at yes and no. The leathery feel, the leathery look is the same, but the coloring is different.
Okay.
Charles goes, you should really moisturize.
I asked her if she would do me the honor of letting me see her beautiful visage.
I
Jeez.
don't
I
give
took
a
that.
lot of people the chance to look at me often. And she
Well, I
pulls
promise I
out
admire
down
you.
her hood. You see a woman
Charles goes, ah!
Yeah, she has.
I apologize. Charles is not used to women.
Well, she pulls down her hood. I'm pretty sure she's elfish. Let me double check just to make sure.
Yeah, Charles definitely goes,
No,
oh!
you see a human, who has, kind of tiny, it's almost like a tiara, but instead of like you'd see glittering diamonds, you see like mini skulls, on it. Her hair pulling down is quite stringy, and she looks like she's having the bad after effects of balding. Her face is very withered, as well as same as her hands, and her nose is basically concave and going in on itself. Her lips very dry, but still, her eyes look full of life.
I compliment her eyes. I say, your eyes are captivating, my lady.
My eyes have seen a lot in recent years. Still full of hope.
What do you feel hopeful about?
I hope for my village. It has gone through a lot recently, and I hope that I can somehow restore balance and keep it thriving.
Kastan being sat next to the lady as she takes her hood down after she talks to Serafina. Kastan just looks over at her and goes, "Oh, new friend look weird."
Yes, I'm sure to some I no longer have the appearance I once did. I find it necessary in order to save my people.
It's a very noble sacrifice. I still think you look gorgeous. Is there anything, just out of curiosity, is there anything you would want from us?
Well, since you mentioned it, I'm not used to putting my trust in other people. However, I feel at this impasse I don't have much of a choice. It seems that a scout from the Demekians has come to our village and found out exactly what I'm doing here, and has deemed it unworthy of being allowed to continue in the Empire. He has asked me to cast away all of my undead and stand trial in a more civilized city in the Empire. I cannot allow that, seeing as if I drop my undead, my city will fall, or my village will fall. I must stay here. But the scout left and was able, and I believe he's bringing back more soldiers to forcefully eradicate me.
When did he leave? Do you think he has made it with news yet?
He left a week ago.
A week ago.
They're definitely going to be here soon.
They will be here soon.
That's a tough situation.
Kastan, understanding the emotions going on and understanding that she's not happy, reaches into like his little belt pouch and pulls out a little pretty pebble he caught from the river and holds it out for her. It's like, here you go, friend. Pretty pebble.
She takes the pebble and it is quite pretty indeed. Hands back.
Oh, thank you.
I turn to Lady Willow. I am too undead.
Yes, I can tell.
and I've had my fair share run-ins of people who do not like undead.
Hmm.
So I would actually be inclined to potentially help you if you could help us. If you would kindly enlist the hymns of fate, and I hold my hands out like gesturing all the party members, for we are the hymns of fate, and we are adventuring through the land with no real objective other than for personal development so far.
Hmm.
I look flattered to be included in the group, for I did not know I had become an official member.
Charles looks over. He goes, "Yeah, not yet."
I silence him with my ass cheeks again. I'm just waterboarding him with my thick ass.
Kirsten just, yeah, I'm part of group now.
Yeah, calm down, big guy.
What?
I
are you-
turn to Willow,
what are you
Lady Willow, and I
suggesting? She kind of turns to Ezreal. What are you suggesting?
I mean, it seems as though you need help,
Hmm.
and we're a pretty good group. We've faced quite a few adversaries,
Hmm.
and we've cheated death a few times as well, some of us.
Hmm.
I mean, I think we are qualified for any form of adventure, to be fair. So if you enlist our help, we'd be more than happy to oblige.
These soldiers are not going to be normal ones. They don't send normal
What will
soldiers to
they
deal with undead. They'll be specialized.
will they be holy warriors?
I don't know what type of warriors, but they
They're gonna
definitely
be
won't.
paladins.
They will come with radiant, and they will come with.
Lady Willow, if I may be honest with you, I originally set out to try and find the source of what I believe to be ruin. My village felt very threatened and scared of the reports of the undead around. We don't have anything against the undead, but we did not want to become them because we are happy with the secluded life we were living.
Yeah.
Now, upon meeting you, I actually have become rather fond of you. I think all of your intentions were good, and
Mhm.
I would like to help you, but I we have to be discussing the risks, and I also would like to discuss with you, if we do help you, what would be the outcome, and is there a way we can help you help the land without my people having to become the undead?
Are you? When you say your people, what do you mean?
Well, I believe you to be a very wise woman. I think when you look upon me, I think you already know who my people are.
Yeah, alive.
Hold on. She has to roll.
Perception.
Yeah. What are you? Are you some sort of elf?
I touch her and I smile at her with my eyes warmly and charmingly.
Okay. She has to roll again. And a real roll, not just one that I threw. Okay. She looks at you. I will have you know that when at first your villagers came through, they attempted to attack the creatures that I have set to farm and take care of this land. I had no other choice.
I
And
understand. They were the first sent out.
their
They were
bodies
not,
are also not to be wasted. Therefore, I use them.
and that's understandable. But what of the other people, the majority still in my village?
Is your village struggling as well?
We make do. We have a constant food source that no one else really seems to want.
Yes, you do. I would see if there isn't an alliance that can be made between our two cities.
I think that sounds wonderful. The only thing my people don't do is blood contract.
Oh. I'm not
But I
much
am a
one
woman
for
of my
them
word.
either.
That's good to know.
Blood seems to be
Uh,
something I don't work with.
That's good to know. I have heard from these travelers that blood contracts were something they were dealing with earlier in their adventures. And so
I am
I
aware of
just want
them.
to.
That many of them have. I've d- looked at upon many a research paper in my personal studies upon necromancy, and people seem to like to associate blood magic with necromancy, and to be quite candid, they're two completely different sources of magic.
Yo, I'm simping for this woman as a. I just like that wise, soft-voiced person. Anyway, sorry, back to the campaign.
Imagine switching from being a Karstan stan. Wow.
No, I'm still a Karstan, mostly, but I'm also a Willow stan now. So
Thank you
tell
for
her that sounds
standing
good.
me.
Okay, dude. Okay. Oh.
I look to the group for their opinions because I've been mostly having this conversation. I want to see how they feel about it.
I just shrug.
I don't even know, dude. Yeah, Charles is just so not in it right now.
What
He's just over this entire village and just not
was
in this
not-
like headspace. He's like
He was knocked
How
out
did-
by the
how does-
comforting
how
news.
does
he's
he-
knocked out by the glorious ass cheeks.
Just dazed and confused.
Many say my ass cheeks have that effect.
God damn.
Gee. All right.
I turn to Lady Willow and I say,
Mhm.
I personally have no allegiance with the other village. My personal objective is gold and/or knowledge. So it doesn't seem like you guys have gold. Maybe you can impart some knowledge on me.
You are free to examine my study room. I have
Yeah.
many a book and many papers on necromantic sources and different types of spells that I've learned over the years.
That might be. Oh, yeah, what's up? I'm good, Dad. Actually, you know what? Orange juice and chicken nuggets. I'm on stream, by the way.
Oh
Yeah,
my
say
God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it gangster, baby. All right.
The one thing I want to ask before we agree to anything is, for some reason in my head, I just had this thought that maybe in a parallel universe, there's a game called Skyrim, and when you help outlaws, you have bounties on you, and then it's really hard to survive in that realm. I don't know why that came to my head. Kind of crazy
Are you
thought.
asking
But
if there will be a bounty on your head if you help me?
if we help you,
Jeez.
would we be able to survive in this land without being hunted for the rest of our lives? Because some of us here live for very long.
As far as I can tell, bounties are not necessarily a thing. There might be bounty hunters here and there, but I've been living here for 2 to 3 years with no interruptions. As you go into the Demekian Empire more and more, word might spread depending on whether or not you keep disrupting the Empire. But
Okay.
people don't seem to mind this village much. We are on the
And
outskirts,
very
after all.
last question from me before we check out the study is: do you feel that if we help you, the zombies will spread beyond this village?
The zombies stay in this village because I want them to. I give them orders every day, and they go and carry them out. Anything from sewing a shirt to
I see.
farming the land.
So you wouldn't be spreading the control outwards and taking villages unless people came to attack you first.
I only care for my village, and the zombies that are out farther are more or less scouts to prepare me for an imminent attack.
Okay, I can respect that.
I lean forward and I whisper, "What about vampirism?"
Vampirism. Unfortunately, I've never met someone like you. Vampirism could
That's pretty
definitely
Is that a little sexual tension or?
Ain't nobody
Love
like
at first
me,
sight.
baby.
At this point in time, Kostan's somehow looking at a pretty butterfly that's appeared yet again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on. Oh.
Well, unfortunately, for a pretty butterfly to appear for you, we have to have a redemption from the channel points because that is one of your happy things.
Is
The
it?
butterfly. Yeah. Your happy
That's
thing is a butterfly crosses your path.
Oh.
Wait, does everyone have a different happy thing?
Yeah, everybody has their own So I've
need
made
to
a
just
channel
see-
point redemption for people in chat who want to like interact more with you guys. What happens is they redeem a happy thing. I roll like a d6 since there's 6 of you, and see there you go. So I'll roll a d6, or they can say Karstan and give it to somebody they personally want to, and
Only
something
Karstan,
happy
no one
happens
else.
for you guys. Something that'll make you guys happy.
You can have your flutterbys.
For
Like, what's my
example,
happy thing?
So I'm pretty sure your happy thing. Let me double
Seraphine.
check just to make sure. Where is my channel points thing? There it is. Manage challenges and rewards. Happy thing, happy thing, happy thing.
Oh, that cat.
For 500.
He's on the desk.
I edit it. So Captiva would get sweet berries. Charles gets ale, obviously. Sylvia
Fucking
gets
go,
a random
dude.
script of paper that just like a poem or a haiku. Azrael gets the blood fruit, which we've already seen. Seraphina, we haven't figured out what you get yet because we don't really know what makes a thing that would make your character happy. Karstan gets a butterfly flying across his path. So we don't know yet for Seraphina. If you have any ideas, let us all know.
Yeah, if
and
anyone
we'll
in the
figure
chat
it
has
out.
an idea, let me know.
Gets to pick Kostan's.
So okay, so everybody's starting to redeem these now for themselves, I guess. Okay, you said roll for it. Okay, so hold on.
I can do 10.
Yeah, it's out of stock. Unfortunately, there's only I was going to explain this. Fortunately, there's only 5 per campaign, or else we're going to be like eventually we're going to be spending the entire campaign redeeming these things. So I can't have that.
Can I refund mine? I don't want mine to go through. Can I refund it?
I can refund it.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I was about to say in
I
that
can
case.
refund. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
So
that.
Yeah,
two
you
people.
go to your creator dashboard, and where is it?
Dude, I want to kill some shit.
Yeah, you go to what is it? Manage reward requests, and you can take
If you want,
take it away.
go ahead and refund mine as well, so that way there's 2 slots open for people to use later on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink mine, dude, because I love ale.
Let's see. Where is the request? Okay, so I have gotten Shadow Forces. Okay, so Faded and Paradin, you were both off, and so I need to do so. Karstan and Butterfly flies by your site, thanks to Bella Kitty, and as Charles is huffing and puffing about and kind of getting bored by this whole stupid necromagic situation, he looks
talks
down.
so slow.
he looks down, and appeared seemingly right before his feet is a bottle of Mountain Dwarven Ale.
Oh, fantastic! Finally,
Kostan stands up and starts
this
foaming.
disgusting village. I pick up this giant keg of ale and I just guzzle it back.
Chugging it down. All right.
Kostan's following the butterfly because it's pretty. And he's like,
The butterfly's just kind of float. It's not floating away. It's just kind of flying gently around your head.
In that case, then Kostan just stands up after being sat down. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
butterfly.
The Lady Willow continues and says, "You're free to use my research library, and you are free to grab anything you need from the village. As the only thing I ask is you don't grab too many provisions, as the the land is still scarce and the food is far and few between.
Well, you know,
Think
I
we
wasn't
can
hungry
do-
before. What? I
Oh, I
wasn't
just
hungry
said-
before your long story, but now I'm starving, so provisions must be provided.
Kirstan's stomach rumbles really loudly as he's looking at the butterfly, and then he goes, "Oh."
Yeah, so we've got a minotaur to feed. This thing has 6 giraffes.
We have
Wouldn't
no
he
Some of us
just,
provisions.
like-
don't need the provisions.
I'm sorry.
So it should balance out because I don't need it, and I believe Azrael doesn't need it.
Yeah,
True.
I give my rations one day's rations to Carstan.
Oh.
I give
wow.
my 1 day's rations to Charles.
Awesome,
go.
awesome. And
Hold on.
Catalyst, thank you so much
So-
for the $15.
Aw,
Ooh,
She
okay.
thank you.
gives minor health potions to the druid,
Aw.
the dwarf, and that kawaii wizard.
Let's
So
go.
thank you, Catalyst.
What a
You can all
babe.
put minor health potions into your inventories.
Hell yeah.
Wait, who?
You're the druid, so that's you.
Top 3 people.
The
How do
dwarf
I-
is Charles, and
Ah.
Sylvia is the kawaii wizard, I believe. Unless you're talking about
Kawaiiest wizard that I've
the
met.
Lady
Wait,
Willow,
how do
but I
I
don't
get
believe she's that kawaii.
Wait, how do
Yeah,
I get to the inventory again?
She's kind of cooked.
So you're gonna go into your inventory in your D&D Beyond character sheet, and you will go to equipment, manage equipment,
Where?
and then you can type in minor health potion, I believe.
Oh, equipment.
Oh wait.
By the way,
Manage equipment.
I cannot do that.
It
Potion
is
of
going
mind
to
reading.
be. Oh wait, it's not gonna be health potion. It's gonna be potion of healing,
Oh.
and just
Oh,
should
that makes
just
sense.
be
Yeah.
a regular potion of
We
healing.
can
but
only take graders, baby.
only greater and superior and supreme. Okay, so you're gonna take away the +4, or you're gonna no, you're not gonna take away the +4. It's going to be 2d4 instead of 4d4.
Okay, so we just have to remember that, yeah?
Yeah, so just remember that
Oh,
when you
should
when
we
you
let-
chug it, it says you regain 4d4 plus 4 health points if it's a greater health potion, but since it's a minor one, you only take 2d4.
by the way, since Azrael just gave Kirstan food, Kirstan feels happy and he hugs Azrael.
I hug him back, and I'm just like rubbing his back fur.
All right.
Can you crush him a little bit? Like,
Yeah, Kirstan doesn't know what he's doing. So he
A
just
regular
leans
is 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, we'll figure it all out. For now, I'm just gonna say 2d4 plus 2, just for funsies, because it's our first one. It's our first redemption. So thank you. Thank you for
When
that,
I
Kat.
give my
Appreciate it.
When I give my provisions to Charles, I also say,
Mhm.
hey, we cool? You don't mind when I mute you with my ass cheeks? You can be a little annoying sometimes.
Is this
but, you
canon?
know,
Is
I
this actually
respect you.
happening?
this happens in the anime. Yeah.
Alright.
If we ever get an animated
Yeah.
series, that needs to happen.
I don't mind. This used
No
to happen
beef.
back home, you know. It's...
Is that like a traditional dwarven
It's
babysitting?
a dwarven ritual, yeah.
That's how you propose.
Definitely.
It's actually babysitting. You sit and it stops.
Just
them crying.
suffocate them so they almost die, yeah.
Oh
I'm
my-
walking off towards the study.
How are you
Alright.
walking off? You're so
Oh,
Well,
I'm trying to get off of Carstan.
Kirstan's dead.
Yeah, Carstan, you're hurting friend. You're hurting friend.
Kirstan's laughing a bit too loud, so he doesn't really.
I'm just like muffled in his fur. Just screaming into
Oh
the fucking...
no, not Azrael.
Okay.
So you eventually managed to break free from Karstan.
Yeah.
Who else is going with Azrael to the study?
Me, of course.
Oh, if
Alright.
she's going, I guess she's
Gotta
there, like tapping across my
everything.
head and going that way.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Karstan-
getting down off of Karstan?
If he can't fit into the study, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he can't fit, then yes, I
You
will
haven't
get down.
seen the study, but you get the feeling just by all of the doors you've seen around you so far of the buildings. They're not that big. They're fit for
Yeah.
humans.
Hey, Karstan, buddy, can you put your hand up so I can get down?
Whoa.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Mhm.
I just like kind of get on his
And
hoof or
then-
hand.
All right.
Since you said you're going
Um,
with him, Costa, and kind of
bef-
puts two together, like Big
Mhm.
Spine, he puts on Azrael's shoulder. Goes,
Before
"Oh."
we move forward, we're gonna take a quick break, quick little 5-minute break, so you guys are free to get up and go to the bathroom or do whatever you guys need to do. Chat, thank you guys so much so far for listening to the story. Let us know what you guys think about it. Let you guys know how you feel about this campaign so far. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I hope everybody else is as well. So yeah, 5-minute break.
Yep.
Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Kitty cat.
Like an ooh
All
voice, and I
right.
would make anything look like.
I kind of want that. Just custom low, like, oh.
All right, guys.
Oh,
We
we're back.
are back. That's right. After our quick little 5-minute break right here. But
man,
that's
Sunset changed her hair. Looking
Yeah,
fire.
Sunset was able
Thank
to
you. I just took out the.
change her hair a little bit.
Right.
We will also
God, I love
be-
your hair so much.
Thank
wow.
you. It's not doing so hot yesterday because I went in the pool and was too lazy to wash it, but
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
It's all good. All right, so just a quick little recap. You guys have found yourselves in the village of Pasarad, where you found a villager, and that villager turned out to be undead. Kind of creeped out a couple of you a little bit. Somebody threw a knife at it, I believe. And in which case you found Zachariah Woodcock, who led you closer and towards to Lady Willow. Seems to be the source of all this necromantic magic in this village. You come to learn that she's using it to sustain her village and make it a peaceful place, or just actually to survive in this wasteland. It seems like she doesn't get much aid from the Demekian Empire. In fact, they take away some. You've come to learn that a scout has come forth and found out that there is an undead village in the Demekian Empire, and he has gone away to get reinforcements to come back and eradicate this undead scourge from their land. And that is where you guys find yourself right now. Yeah. You guys Faded or not Faded, Azrael and Sylvia have found themselves with a lot wanting to help out Lady Willow as well as the rest of the party. In order to do so, they asked for knowledge in lieu of a payment. So they are looking for the study that they found, or that Lady Willow has, that she's compiled all this magic over the years, these sources of magic, and they're going to investigate it right now. I don't know where Azrael went. That's okay. We're gonna.
I don't know where he went. He said he rolled stealth, but I have no idea where he actually went.
Okay, he rolled stealth. Okay, perfect. Yeah, he's stealthed right now. Nobody knows where he is. Meta.
I'm back. Yo.
No worries, dude.
I'm just around the corner. I'm just around the corner of a house right now in the village.
Perfect. Yeah. So as you guys, so Lady Willow kind of takes one of her zombie characters that she has and puts her palm on its head, and you see its eyes, kind of outline of its eyes that are already a light pale green, glow a little brighter, and then go back to how they were at first. And she says, "This man will lead you to the study." And then just
follow
you to
them.
go follow. All right.
Yeah, and I just follow.
Yep. So you and Sylvia follow this man into this to this doorway. He opens the door and goes and gives you a gesture. It leads down to almost like a basement type area, like a staircase leading down towards. You kind of look down in it. You see like bits of paper scattered about the floor and everything.
Okay. So Sylvia, what do you want to do? Where do you want to start?
I think honestly, we could probably. I don't know. I don't know if she has some sort of like organizational pattern with all these papers on the floor, but if not, I really want to like read through and just organize everything so that it's by like not their topic and like their uses, you know?
Do you think we can get through all of these pages like right now, or
I'm not
do you think she'd be okay with us taking a few pages?
We'd have to ask.
Would we?
Yeah, or I could just copy them over or something. Oh, what was that, Serafina?
Can I use my cantrip again to message Lady Willow?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I messaged her.
Are you in the
saying-
study with them? As far as I know, it was
Yeah,
just... Okay.
I followed them in there. Yeah,
Perfect.
so I just messaged Lady Willow saying thanking her for her generosity and asking her if there's any specific knowledge she thinks might be useful for me. Since I kind of negotiated with her, I'm hoping that she might provide a clue for where to start. And then I also say, my compatriot here is wondering if you would mind if he took some of the pages because we can't read through them all right now. But we understand if not.
You get a message. You send your message away. You get it back and say, the research has been looked through thoroughly by me, and I have memorized it all. Feel free to take what you wish. You hear nothing about a solution for your problem, however.
Okay. So I turn around and I say, good news. She said that we can take what we wish. But if you find anything that you think might be useful, don't hide the information from me.
Of course.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't talking to you,
Oh,
lady. I was talking to our rogue, who I have no beef with, but has taken things and hidden them before. So
I'm picking up pages, ignoring this.
So,
I'm already.
okay,
I'm
so-
like ruffling pages into a pile.
you guys are down there for quite some time, looking through papers and just bits and pieces. As you guys are down there, let's have all three of you roll investigation.
okay.
11.
18. Finally a high roll.
Awesome.
I get 12.
on.
I get 12.
I need to look at the buffs or.
Yeah, look at your modifiers as well.
Ooh, +5. Shit.
So you got
Easy
23.
clap.
23.
Okay.
Nice.
Sunset, what do you roll? Or Seraphina?
oh, here we go. Okay, so I rolled a 15, but I only have a +3, so 18.
18. All right. You all are looking through this, and you get a sense that it's a lot of necromantic magic going about.
Wow.
You learn kind of the ins and outs of how necromancy works. You know that, like, as far as people and like humanoids go, most magic they cast is put on a little bit lesser than sentient undead beings. You get the feeling that she has looked through all of these papers and has found that you can give zombies simple tasks such as like a simple command, go like farm this, sow that, and they're able to oblige. More complicated tasks like more intricate work is a lot harder, but the zombie will fill out its task as much as the next person until it rots away. She's able to find a way to pacify these zombies in order to not like have them crave brains or anything like that. From rumors, you find that those were more rumors that you've heard zombies do, but inevitably they just follow the last command of they're given by the caster.
Confirm with Sylvia. I say, did you understand that? Did I understand correctly that they're mostly kind of harmless if the necromancer only makes them do harmless things like farm and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The necromancer can also ask them to do pretty much anything, as far as like they can ask them to eat
Yeah.
somebody's brains or attack or guard or just any it can make them do any menial task.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
don't
this
think
necromancer
eating
is
someone's
something.
brain is a menial task.
Well, you can
but-
just say go eat that dude's brain, and it'll try and eat the brain. Just a simple task
fair,
that you can give it,
fair.
and it'll oblige.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys also find a lot on vampirism. You see, like that's a very side by side trait. You learn that vampirism is contracted through the transference of blood. If the vampire is willing to give that away, vampire can create thralls. And Faded, you you learn from our you can share this with everybody or not, but you can learn from our you know exactly your character now learns what we discussed prior about how thralls work, and the intricacies in between you making a thrall and getting them to become able to walk during the day. You guys also find, because of the 23 roll, you, as Sylvia is reading through one of these pages, she kind of picks up a pattern that she noticed on this page. She starts trying to decipher the pattern, and she learns that it's some sort of secret code. When she writes down the code and starts to decipher it, she learns there is a secret dungeon nearby that holds some sort of mystical item that is not necromantic, but it seems as if somebody decided to hide the whereabouts of this, hide the map on the page of this necromancy, thinking that nobody would be able to figure it out unless they knew the code.
God, we have a smart person.
All right.
But yeah. And then Sylvia, you rolled an 18, so you're looking for stuff that would help your village. As far as you know, there isn't much there to help your village. It seems as if the focus of this research is basically surviving pandemics and how to what seeds are the right seeds to plant in order to thrive in a place that might not have the best soil and riches, might not have the best growth. And you also find some sort of spell that seems to regenerate human flesh.
Regenerates human flesh?
So I take all the notes on vampirism, and I tuck it away in my backpack.
All right.
I ask Sylvia. Oh wait, I don't know about the spell she found. Never mind.
Oh, wait, the spell or the map?
Both. Only you know that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna share it with you anyway. So.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she shares.
So I'll grab them. Yeah, and then share it with you guys.
Cool. Yeah. So we
right.
know about it now, or is that later?
Well, you would if she shares it with you, you'd all know that.
Yeah.
She found a secret map leading to the dungeon.
Okay. Cool. So I asked her if she would mind if I look over the spell. I don't know if I'm capable of learning spells, Buff. I actually don't know if that's something I can do.
You can certainly try.
All right. Well, I'd like to try.
Do you have any
and
spell
learn
paper?
No, I know.
So she's
some
a bard. Learning spells is going to work differently for her.
Okay, fair. That's cool.
Plays an instrument.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll. Let's say while you're down in there, you roll a series of Arcana checks to see if you can even figure this spell out. Or how
so
to
my
cast
first
it.
roll. Oh my god, no way! I just rolled a 19 plus 3, so 22.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
22.
You failed.
You try it the first time. You don't necessarily you kind of grab one of the zombies the zombie that assisted you to getting to this place, and you try and cast a spell on it. The zombie kind of lurches away, but it doesn't seem to harm it much. You get a feeling that you just get the feeling that you're not, this type of magic isn't your forte.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
I turn around to both of them, and I'm like, this dungeon seems pretty interesting. And this mythical item, whatever it is, I want it. And
hey, I mean, I'm the one who deciphered it. Honestly, I think I should get first dibs. Depending
Yeah,
on
well,
what
I'm kind of like a big deal here.
You're not here, bro.
you aren't even here, so you
Yeah,
don't
but
need
Dude,
like-
you're not even in the study, man.
You're
Get
not
out
in
of
the- you're not even in
house.
the
metagame,
Charles.
metagame,
Sit on
metagame,
Charles again.
metagame. All of you guys.
walked into the study because he got bored of being outside.
No, depending on what it is, I think I should like at least have like at least some claim over it, you
I
know?
agree, Sylvia. You
Wait.
deciphered it. You found the page. I think you should get the item if it's just.
And it might not even be useful to me. I
Yeah.
feel like depending on what it is, it'd definitely be yeah.
Yeah.
Like it
I
should
support
be
that.
delegated to whoever it will be most useful for.
Yeah, like it could be a great axe or something. You know, it's crazy.
I mean,
Right,
I can make
Oh
use
yeah,
of
and
any.
then Carson might
Permanently.
yeah.
I'm just gonna travel sitting on Charles from now on. He cannot speak.
Right.
Um,
I don't really care as long as we get this.
And sitting down.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's definitely worth looking for.
he's
Treasure
put-
hunting is fun.
So as you guys are down in this study, it seems as if Karstan, Charles, and Captiva are out doing their own thing. You guys are still. Let's kind of revert back to a few hours before. While as they walked away, you guys are still sitting around with Lady Willow. And
Wait, I am?
well, this is reverting back to
As
as
we
they
just walked
left.
away.
As they
Yeah,
left
just-
you to go to the
Okay.
study.
So, Karstan, now that Sylvia's gone,
Yeah.
he doesn't feel. It doesn't feel right not having Sylvia on his head, so he just sits down and puts his pretty pebble there as if to mimic Sylvia being.
So, about these men that are gonna be coming, do you guys think you're strong enough to handle them?
Strong enough. Omega lol.
She
She
looks.
can hear me, right?
Yeah,
she's
she
near
looks.
me.
She looks onto
Okay,
Charles.
I just go.
tilts her
I,
head.
go I don't actually say Omega lol. I go strong enough, and I chuckle.
It's
I just
strong.
kind of roll my eyes at him because he's just a little bit.
Is it only doing
too
one? That's not
cocky.
how it's supposed to
I'm about to
work.
put you on a
There it
leash.
is.
Karstan doesn't reply because he's still upset that about Sylvia being there.
Mhm. I do believe that you might be strong enough. I do warn you.
Oh,
these
really? You believe
soldiers-
that, huh?
These soldiers are quite powerful.
Okay, dude. You doubt my abilities as Prince of.
The fuck they are. Stop being fucking cocky.
He doesn't even know what he's the prince of.
Okay, I'll fight
You're the
fucking
you're the
God.
prince of Mount Yanduvar.
There we go, dude. I forgot what it was called, dude. I
No
was mixed
worries.
between Xandar and something else. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
that's not it.
You're the prince of
Oh,
Mount
good
Yanduvar.
Thank you, man. God.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, the same prince. Yeah, exactly.
And the Prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah. She looks. No reaction elicits from you saying that, but she looks.
She's like
hungry.
astonished, right? She's like, oh my God, I'm in the presence of a.
And she's pretty much deadpan most of the time, as you noticed. In fact, she's
She's
put her
okay,
hood back
cool.
up at this point, and doesn't seem to want to expose her face to the elements too much. But she says, "I sure hope it's worth the trouble you're being put through, and I sure thank you for putting your life on the line for this village."
No worries, milady.
There
Kind of
is.
look over.
Okay, go ahead.
I look over at Charles and just give him a good hard pat on the back.
What part of
And-
the back? Like the
Huh?
back or like the back?
Back. Is that the back end?
Yeah,
No,
Good little
the
pop.
back.
Gosh.
Between the shoulders.
Are you getting some
between
chic
the
action in
shoulders.
this or what? Like,
Yeah,
And
He
Charles
sounds
right
so
against the back.
hopeful.
And I turn to Lady Willow and I'm like, please, Excuse the idiot. Please don't listen to anything he has to
As you
say.
say, please excuse
We don't
me.
use him for his brains, let me tell you.
As
How
you say that,
dare you
Karstan
talk
looks
to
up and goes,
Karstan like that?
"Oh, I'm sorry."
No, not
Wow. Look,
Karstan, you idiot.
look what you did.
Talking about you.
So
And then I reach
that
over
happens,
and I
Karstan
pat
stands up and
Karstan's
walks off.
hand and I look up. I'm like, it's okay, you're my friend. And then I just look back at Charles and be like, you're a dick.
A bit late at that point, after hearing that, as Karstan said sorry because he's still upset about Sylvia not being there, he just stands up and walks up a little bit.
I look back at Karstan and I look up at him and I whisper, friend, and then I point over Charles. Idiot.
Oh.
Charles isn't paying any attention, so I'm just like, oh, whatever. Sounded like
As,
the
as
wind.
you guys start
Karstan
to
mimics it.
argue amongst each other, Lady Willow is just still sitting there, very, very, just unaltered until suddenly a shock hits her.
She dies.
No, she doesn't die. No, she's just like she seems to react in some sort of way. Like she kind of jumps a little bit in her seat. Oh no, she says. It seems as if one of my outer-lying scouts has been taken out.
Well, let's get to it. What direction?
Oh yes. It would be towards the west. Northwest. Yeah, northwest. Maybe towards the northwest.
Are you gonna lead us
And
there? Or are you gonna stay here, little lady?
She kind of points towards the northwest. You go through there. You start going towards the outskirts. I believe this is who we were dreading.
Perfect. And I pat her on the head. I go, we'll get done. And then I just start walking towards the direction she pointed.
All right.
Okay, so Karstan walks over because he knows he's gonna go off, and he looks at the lady, and then he holds her hand gently and just puts the pebble in it and says, "Give to Sylvia, please." And then he just literally gets down into a little stance and he just pelts off sprinting with his Minotaur, just boom.
She, as you leave, she kind of looks at the pebble and puts it into the fountain, almost as if to put it into water, but the fountain has long since dried out.
I go off and start sprinting the other way to let the others know what is going on. They're in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm headed that way to go tell them.
See, Charles already knew that, so he's leagues ahead of you right now.
Oh gosh.
I easily go into my direwolf form and
how
then
can a dwarf run
freaking
faster
trip
than a
you.
wolf? Yeah.
What was that?
How can a dwarf be faster than a direwolf? How could
Is she? So she can switch to her direwolf and go 50 feet and.
I mean,
I am a barbarian and I can go.
I faster than both of them?
She can't go anywhere.
I can go 40 feet.
Yeah, 40 feet and 50 feet. So eventually she does catch up and pass you.
Yeah.
No, but wouldn't I technically be faster than both of them off the bat because I've got 50 speed, 50 feet base speed?
You have 50 base speed. Dang. Yeah, you would be as fast as well. How much movement does a direwolf have? If you look it up in your stats. Let's see here. It looks like you have 50 feet. So yeah, you'd be on par with the direwolf.
Because that's why I was saying, Custom, when he goes up for some, he just gets into his little stance and just sprints.
Yeah, super. You're super fast and agile for a big giant minotaur. It's kind of interesting. So as you guys are running towards the danger. What's up, Jesus? How's it going, dude? Thank you for the sub, dude. Appreciate it. As you guys are running towards this perceived danger, Sylvia, Azrael, and Seraphina are stepping out of the study. And
did they just see Costa?
They turn. You guys haven't arrived yet, but they turn to the right and they see a man who has silvery, white and silvery type of armor, like kind of a chainmail, but cloth coming out of the side of it, and a hooded white cowl.
Paladin.
Looks as if, with a sword on the side of his belt, and he bears what you guys would know to be the Demekian crest. He looks
everybody here sees this.
Everybody sees this as they're walking out. All three of them. All three of you
Yeah.
guys.
So Azrael, Serafina, and Sylvia.
I walk back inside and I put all the vampirism papers like on a corner right next to the door. I just get rid of everything.
So he's like, as you're walking out, he's like 10 feet away from you. So he would see you coming through the door unless you're stealthing, which I don't believe you were.
I just walk back in. I walk back in, close the door, put the papers down, and then walk back out.
Okay, so you kind of, you there?
Check out that noise.
I look around. I'm like, me?
What is your business in this village?
Well, nothing really. We sort of washed up on the shore. There's actually a shipwreck nearby that we originally came on a boat, and we had to stay on the beach for a couple months because we didn't know where to go. And then we stumbled upon this village.
Go ahead and roll deception.
10 plus 4, 14. God damn it.
14.
If only Xanthia was here with his high fucking deception bonus.
Okay.
Am I near? Like I could also try and help.
You
with the
are
deception.
all three.
I have a 7.
there.
I have a +7 deception bonus.
She's on the same level as
So
That's so
well,
low.
you would have to be a part of the conversation as well in order to. You would have to be doing a deception of your own in order to roll for that. Since this is Azrael's deception, he is the one who needs to roll, unfortunately.
He is the most deceptive.
So the guard goes, we've been hearing rumors of undead activity in this village, and we have come to rid the Demekian Empire of the scourge. Do you know where these men might be? And if so, could you lead the way?
I turn to him. I'm like,
In quickly
Mhm,
because I
yeah.
kind of want to interrupt Azrael. So I step in and I say, yes, I can lead you to them. We actually were looking for them ourselves. But you know, it's like a day's journey. How many people are you?
A day's journey. They're in this village right now as we speak. You must be mistaken, young lady.
I rub my eyes.
She cut out. Hold on.
Oh,
There you
Sorry,
There we
I
go.
disconnected.
go. No, you're back.
For
You're
a
back.
second.
you're good
You're
now.
fine. He basically says, a day's journey away. We were told that they were in this very village.
Who told you that?
He kind of shifts to the side, and one of his scouts comes out. Yes, I saw them. Terrified by him I was. Tens and 20 amounts of undead coming, and a lot more on the way, I'm sure.
Well, I know their point of origin. It's no use attacking where they're going if you don't know where they're coming from.
Where are they coming from?
They're coming from a village a little bit away on the coast, just about a few hours away.
I wasn't aware of such a
Oh,
village
sorry.
existing
Yeah,
here.
nice.
I kind of made a barrier.
I actually don't. Quick aside to Buff, I don't know the geography, but where did we meet? Where we met the group? Where I met the group originally?
Mhm.
How far of a travel is that?
So if you look on the stream,
Sorry.
I'll be able to show you.
Yep.
So
Yep,
you have
I'm
the
looking.
map. You have the map in the bottom left-hand corner. This is Pasarad. You kind of met them southeast of where you guys are right now, kind of along the side of this coast.
Yes.
By your hidden your little. So there was a broken ship on the side, and then behind there was a bunch of like a rock wall kind of jutting upward and blocking vision.
Yep.
Past that,
So how long of a journey would that be if I could convince him to?
it's about a 3 hours journey from the village.
So I'll say, yes, it's only 3 hours away, southeast along the coast. I only said a day because I assumed you might be tired and wanted a rest, but we could reach it in about 3 hours if you followed us. We were heading that way ourselves because we
Go ahead.
heard.
Now you go
sword.
ahead and roll deception as well.
Okay.
Come on, now.
Come on, +7. Come on, +7. Okay. Oh, fuck, no. That was, I accidentally rolled, intimidation. Why did I do that? It's also a +7. I got confused. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I rolled a 12 +7, so 19.
Okay. And then. Okay. So the man in the white cowl says, "Very well, ma'am. Lead me to this village. In the meantime, or to, I might be inclined to believe that there is a secret cove of where the magic might be originating from."
That's exactly what we heard as well, so I'm glad that we're in agreement.
Very well. My men will go through this land or go through this village and rid them of any undead scourge. I will follow you to its source.
Are you the general?
I am the leader of these men. We are known as the White Cow. And he kind of gestures, and out from behind bits and pieces of trees or wheelbarrows, you see 4 men, kind of flank behind him, and he turns around. He says, "Search the city, kill any undead you see." And then they all nod and start branching out.
And then I'm like, actually, I think I forgot something. Just around the corner. I'll be right back, guys. And then I walk around the corner and then I stealth.
Okay. He kind of looks at you. He kind of peers at you, interestingly, as you kind of turn around in the corner and he goes, "Stop!" before you can turn the corner. If you want to stop, you can. You don't have to.
I stop and I turn around. I'm like, yes.
Before he can say anything that will put Azrael in danger, and before his men disperse to the city, I would like to try one thing quickly. I would like to try to say, before you brave men go off and defend this land, which we're so grateful for, I want to give you a slice of my people's, what's the word? Not, when when you are good to guests, you have like
Hospitality.
Yes, a slice of my people's hospitality. And I put on an enthralling performance. I choose him and 4 of his men, and I begin to dance. And I would like to see if they will be enthralled.
Okay. So as you're describing all of this, they all look at you and go, and the man with the white cowl kind of turns to them and says, "Well, it is our job. Hearts and minds, gentlemen. Hearts and minds." And he kind of like gives them like the eyeball, and they're like, "Okay, yeah." They're like, "We'll watch the performance." And yeah, they all start watching as you go ahead and roll a performance check, I believe. Or no, how does the spell work?
So once per short rest, you can choose 5 creatures, watch you perform for 1 minute. Each target makes a wisdom saving throw and is charmed if it fails for 1 hour, or until it takes any damage, you attack it, or it sees you attack or damage its allies, and they don't know that you charmed it.
Okay. That is enthralling performance. That is one of your...
my actions.
I see it. So the wisdom save is 15. So all 5 of them have to make a wisdom saving throw of 15. Let's see what their wisdom is.
By the way,
Start out.
how far out would Costan roughly be with it, like how fast he's running towards them?
You guys are still starting to come towards them. As soon as you guys left, this interaction kind of happened, so it's going to take a little bit longer. So let's see exactly what their wisdom is. Okay, +1 for this guy. Okay, so the captain doesn't make it. 1, 2,
Good.
3, 4, and then 2 of the soldiers do.
Okay, so the captain and 2 soldiers watch me and are charmed, and 2 of the
Right.
soldiers are like not impressed, basically.
They're good performance, good job, but
They're like,
they no
I've seen
effect from the
better.
spell.
Okay.
So at this point, I say, at this point, I'm like, okay, just give me a sec. I forgot to do something around the corner. I'll be right back. Just give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah. So as they're watching this performance and they're kind of all captivated, you say that they kind of don't. They're not really listening to you. You peek around the corner successfully.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
then,
stealth.
I wink at the captain.
9 + 7. God, what are these trash rolls, man?
So 16. Okay, yeah, you're able to hide behind a wheelbarrow or a barrel of it's a rotted old barrel, but you're able to hide behind it.
Okay, cool.
You get the feeling that as this performance is going on, as she's kind of moving and her hips don't lie, all that fun stuff. She captivating the captain and his 2 guards, and they are successfully charmed. Wow, what an amazing dance.
I get to perform for such handsome men.
That is true.
That's speechless. Doesn't have anything to say.
How does this? How does charming work? So you're able to charm them. While charmed this way, the target idolizes you. It speaks glowingly of you and anyone who talks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes you, although it avoids violence. And he turns to his men and he says, "We must protect this woman at all costs."
Thank you, men. I always appreciate, allies. The world is cruel, and I'm just happy we can meet each other today,
Men, positions, and they all 3, at least the 2 men that aren't charmed, kind of hesitate for a minute, like not understand. Like,
they're like, simp.
Like what? But the other 2 that are, follow the captain as they start to surround you with their swords drawn, and then 2 others, and then the 2 who aren't charmed are like, what? And then they rush over to you too, not knowing, kind of, and they all have their swords about. They're now all surrounding you, kind of with their backs all turned, forming a circle around you, in a circle of protection. And he says, "All right, men, we know that there's undead creatures near here. Make sure none of them get to this lady."
Poor Sylvia. She just sat there watching this.
Oh no, not for me. I mean, like,
Is Sylvia still
quality.
on head?
What, Sylvia? Are you doing?
No,
anything
I'm
at this
with you
moment?
guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm just chilling, watching.
So you're just kind of sitting by the door of the study, kind of just peering through it.
Because it's me, Seraphina, and Ezreal.
I'm gone. Hey, I'm on the corner.
You're gone. Yeah, no, it was us. We just left the room, so it was like just us. So now it's
Does
just
this
me and
spell
you,
affect
Seraphina.
party members as well, or no?
I'm sorry?
Any creature, right?
Does this spell and drawing performance affect party members too, or no? I just thought of that.
It just says
It could be
it just
based
says
on
audience,
intent.
so it's any number of humanoids. So yeah, it doesn't say you can affect anybody you want.
Oh, but I can choose to exclude them even if they watch?
Don't even think about it, dude.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
it looks like
saying
it
if
says you
you
can
can-
choose 5 creatures, so you choose which creatures you
Okay,
want
okay,
to
cool.
enthrall.
All right, never mind. We good then.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just
gonna
making sure
say,
that
like-
we weren't gonna be
Mhm.
like senseless as well.
Yeah.
I could probably win a wisdom saving throw regardless, so I'm
True,
pretty
true.
wise.
Yeah,
You're
So.
very
but no,
wise.
you can choose whether or not the effects land on up to 5 different creatures. So yeah, they're all kind of guarding and protecting you, and the
I
two
say,
men
"Men,
who aren't
would you
charmed don't
mind
really
just
understand
giving me-"
what's going on. They're like, sir, we're supposed to be going through the. Shut up! Kind of ushers them aside. He's like,
I say, "Men, I'm sorry to bother you while you protect me so much. But would you mind giving me just a minute to speak to my friends? I have some girl talk I want to talk to them about. I'll be right here. We're not going anywhere. Could you just turn around for a second?"
men, form a wall. And the 2 other men now branch off beside him and kind of create a wall facing the inner pathway of this village. And all
simp.
5 of them are now evenly paced out with like the captain in the middle with their swords at the ready. And he kind of turns around to you and he says, "Do what you must, milady."
Sam.
So I turn around to the group and I say in a quiet voice, so they
Oh,
can
it's
hear.
just me.
Yeah,
Oh.
Azrael's
I-
dipped.
Azrael's gone behind a
Wait,
barrel.
where
He's
is
stealth. He's
Tarzan and
Dude, are you nuts?
Oh,
People,
They're running
not actually
towards
there
us.
yet.
I'm not
Bro,
there.
They're still running towards
Mhm.
us, I think.
Carsten
Oh.
is sprinting to you at Mach 10 speed.
Mhm.
dude,
Yeah.
you nuts? Why would I not hide? Well, these
I'm-
guys are specialized against undead. Motherfucker, I'm undead.
I'm
why would I do that?
Oh, fair. That's
I'm-
fair.
I'm lightly jogging behind Karstan.
Mhm.
He's thinking he's really fast, but I'm just keeping a nice jog.
As they form this wall and you go to talk to Sylvia, you start seeing in the distance a direwolf and a minotaur coming charging at you.
Okay, so I
Mhm.
guess I kind of wait a minute for them to catch up, and then I kind of gesture to them to lean in so that the guards can't hear us.
No, they're charging towards the soldiers, and the soldiers are
Oh fuck!
at the ready.
Shit.
Protect the lady at all costs! They yell.
I use my message to Karstan quickly. Can I?
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
They're
So I
still
say-
a long ways out, but they
I
see
say-
these 2 men charging.
Okay.
Mhm.
I message Karstan and I say, "Karstan, stop Charles. Don't attack the guards. Just come peacefully and claim to be my friend. Or just tell them you're my friend. Just stop Charles. Don't let him attack. Don't
So
let
you
him
see,
talk."
you see the direwolf and the minotaur on pace with each other, and then Charles kind of still going quite fast for a dwarf, but not able to catch up with the minotaur and the wolf.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Never mind. I
with-
meant that.
With
just
Karstan being how he is,
Hold on,
would you even understand
So
properly what she's
let's
saying?
finish Seraphina's message, and then we'll see how you react.
So I take back what I said before because I forgot captive. It was a group of 3. So I say,
Mhm.
Karstan, stop the group from charging. Just
Mhm.
come peacefully. Don't attack. You're our friends. They won't attack us.
So that's what I was saying. With Karstan not being the smartest thing, does he understand the message fully because of all the big words?
What's your intelligence level?
My intelligence is 8.
Damn, you dumb.
I mean, the words
Let's
"don't
see.
attack" and "friend" probably
Yeah.
resonate.
Don't attack friend.
Don't attack. Yeah, so all Karstan hears is "don't attack friend," and he only knows you as just
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What? So you're gonna attack me? Then I will backhand you so fucking
No,
hard.
no. Like the group, he only knows as his friends. He doesn't know those other guys as friends.
Wait,
so all he heard
I
is
know
"don't
the word
attack
guard, right? I
friend."
said don't attack guards. Didn't
No,
I say
What?
that?
you
Okay,
said-
hold on, Seraphina. What exactly did you say?
Okay, let me think. Okay.
Don't attack
Karstan,
new friends.
don't attack guard. Peaceful. Come
Yeah,
slowly.
You can't change it to a simpler message now.
Yeah, it's not. You can't retcon it.
What I said, that's the
Oh,
problem. I don't remember exactly what I said.
You
before.
basically said the same thing, but with a lot more complex words, which is why I was like, Karstan not being smart, will have only understood certain bits of it, and the main bit he'd have probably understood is "don't attack friend."
Okay.
All
the
right.
easiest words he
let's have Karstan roll straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence. Okay.
Straight intelligence.
Why not gay intelligence?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say some shit.
Roll gay intelligence as well, just to be inclusive.
10. Okay. So 10 straight intelligence and
10. What's your modifier?
no, that's just full total.
Okay.
10 total.
10 total. Gosh, that's right on the cusp. I was gonna do 10 and 20. Yeah, you understand as much as you did before the friend thing.
Don't attack friend.
Yeah, don't attack friend.
So,
Alright.
just as a quick thing, if I remember correctly, when I was making Karstan,
Mhm.
with him being a Minotaur, he can actually make charge attacks using his horns.
He can.
Oh damn.
So, something I just need to quickly work out is, in position to where the captain is, where would Sylvia and Seraphina be? Like, are they right behind him?
Let's figure that out on roll 20 right now.
Oh, here we go, baby.
All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go back to where
How
you guys
massive right
were.
there. He's just gonna fucking lift one up on this horn.
How shabby behind him looking?
We'll see. Give me 1 second, guys, while I
Because
figure out
depending
where
on how
we'd be.
shabby the house is looking behind him, Karstan has play.
Yes.
So much food.
I'm jealous. I'm hungry.
Share, please.
I'm eating
Right.
rice and chicken nuggets. Come fuck with it, baby.
Yes,
I'm
I
eating.
love some chicken
I'm eating
nuggets.
turkey roti.
Yeah, nobody
So good.
cares. An orange juice as well that I requested earlier.
Bro, same here, man.
You
That I
suck
didn't.
my dick. Dude, you're a clout
request.
chaser. You're an orange juice clout chaser. Get the fuck out.
All right.
I should have an idea.
You're just mad because you have cookies and I got
You guys all see this scene playing out
I'm
before
so
you.
happy I rolled it.
Holy shit.
So you guys are kind of talking, and yeah.
Oh wait, I thought the house was behind them.
It is. It's a little bit behind. They just came out of the study, which is like kind of right here, and they have these men
not
in
exactly.
front.
That's gonna change what I was gonna try doing because I thought we were.
Ezreal's behind, kind of hidden by this tree.
I'm gone, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because I thought that the way that we were looking at it would have been like we were coming from this direction and the house was there that they were stood in front of.
Mm-hmm. No, remember you're coming from the east, to the west.
As they charge in, I make one last attempt to make eye contact with Karstan and plead with my eyes for him to not attack. As
Why
best
not just
as I
be
can.
like,
I mean,
Karstan, what do you do?
At that
sadly, at
moment,
this
at that
point, I'm
moment,
pretty sure Karstan's got his head down already.
Okay, so wait, I want to
I
hear what
see.
Karstan does and then what Captiva does. So what does Karstan do?
Karstan seeing the people and hearing that they just killed one of the zombies, and then he likes the lady that has the zombies because she said his pebble was pretty.
Mhm.
So he doesn't like them now. So all he heard in the message was "Don't attack, friend."
Right.
So he just instantly assumes attack those people. So he just goes straight down as he's still running.
Barrels
straight
down
the
on
ones
them.
on the
Okay.
side.
Captiva, what are you doing?
so I notice the look on her face that something isn't necessarily right. And I look over and I see Karstan start to go down, and I know that something has to be done. So I start sprinting harder and I leap up
Mhm.
and like push off of him to get his attention.
Okay.
And
okay.
I kind of like make a skid to a stop and pull back and kind of give him like a whimper sound, like, hey.
So you're attempting to do is pounce off of him and then
Stop to get for him to notice because his head is down and
okay.
he's not seeing her.
Charles, what are you doing at this moment?
I'm just laying back. I'm like, you stupid ass Minotaur.
As you're walking forward, you're just like, you
yeah,
dumbass Minotaur.
I'm
Okay.
slowing down. Like, you so dumb. Like,
Okay.
So you
all
notice,
this
Charles? You
all
notice?
this
Yeah.
happens, and the white cow guard sees the Minotaur charging forward. As Captiva kind of bounces off of him, or a little bit before that, he goes, The White Cow shall not let you pass. Anything for milady. And the two guards beside him say, anything for milady! And the two guys behind him are like, guys, we're here for the undead. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So remember what your action is, Captiva, and remember what your action to Karstead is. So when we start off, those two actions will resolve, and then depending on how it goes, you guys are probably going to be rolling initiative and fighting out a combat scene next week.
You just wanted us to fight him regardless.
Well,
Unless
Karstead wanted us to fight him regardless.
True.
there is.
Karstan isn't the brightest spark. He doesn't know. All he heard was "Don't attack friends," and the lady in the town was upset that a zombie died. So he's like, "Oh."
So,
And all he remembers is we said we were going to help her as well.
yeah, enthralling
true,
performance probably would have stopped them for a small period of time, but they are.
Okay.
They're soldiers of the Demekian Empire, and
Still-
they do have a mission.
That went-
I had a plan
I went
for-
according to
for-
plan,
for
not
what would
perfectly, but it
happen
did the
when
job.
Okay.
I'm assuming Ezreal was dead.
I want to DM with Faded afterwards because I feel like he has he's doing something in the stealth that we don't know about, but we'll figure it
Yeah, I
out.
feel like he's going rogue.
Yeah. Oh, he is a rogue, so that's
I'm
probably.
not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that the entire thing was that we were running out the house, like from the front where they were stood, just so I could. I was planning to try and charge the dude through the house.
No, they're not inside the house. This is all.
No,
happening outside.
I imagine like they were stood in front of it, like say they were stood there,
Right.
and then we were coming from this way. I was gonna try and charge him like straight through the house.
No, unfortunately, it's not. It's not how it is.
Let
All
me
right. So
let me
you guys have
impart
been.
some wisdom. Let me
What was
impart
that?
some wisdom. The best time to catch a hunter is when another hunter is trying to catch prey.
Interesting. Okay.
You
You
small.
I'm
guys.
excited to see what will happen next time because either
Yeah.
we'll be in combat or the plan will go according to plan.
The fucking bloodbath,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, look at your enthralling performance and look what happens. What
Yeah,
happens to
After
in
an
order to
hour,
break
they
it?
isn't it if I attack or if they see? Hold on, let me check.
I believe.
If they get attacked or if they see their allies
I
getting
believe
attacked.
how it works is
Um,
this effect
if you
ends on a
attack-
target after 1 hour. If it takes any damage, if you attack it, or if it witnesses you attacking or damaging any of its allies.
But if I don't attack, and if only they attack, if I don't attack, would that break it? Because like
It's
it
if
says
it takes
I
any
attack-
damage. So if they
Okay.
attack, no. If they take damage from the attack, yes.
Okay, so
So
if
if
only-
Karstan charges into them, then yes.
You can,
What if they
yeah,
have pikes and they just like
Meteor,
put
and
them
they're
up on like a meat steak and then Karstan's just dinner?
yeah, that could happen
Me
too.
too.
And then the charm wouldn't break. But Seraphina, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say so basically Karstan's like a meteor coming down on these guards and
Meat ear.
if we can't stop him, at least they won't know they were charmed once the spell breaks. So at
They
least
will not
there's
know.
that.
They will assume that
They won't
they acted normally.
They'll be like, I don't know why I was so obsessed with this lady. She's all right, but like, yeah, I don't know.
It won't exactly work out like that, but they'll just be, they'll snap out of their stupor.
Got it. Well, I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes too. All right, we are going to raid somebody. Let's see who we got going on right now.
Karstan dies, we have dinner forever.
True.
I don't
You guys
think-
got a lot of
Not when
dinner.
Charles is at the table. That's like 2 days max.
Yeah, true, dude.
Um,
Charles is gonna be
Wembo?
eating the whole entire
We have
half.
Wimbo.
Raid Joey the Otter.
We have Joey the Otter. We do have Joey that we can
I
raid
think
if we
Sylvia
want
would be
to.
happy if Karstan died.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not letting
We have neurotic players doing a subathon.
Oh yeah,
As
I
well.
just saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing a subathon.
Yeah, let's do
It's
a
fragmentary, but
subathon,
she's
yeah.
already like got a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. Let's go raid neurotic player. Give her some love. Thank you everybody who came by and showed us love today. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the bits. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the channel point redemptions. I'm really excited with the amount of communication I'm having between, or the amount of activity in the chat. That was actually one of the things when I looked at D&D that was something I noticed that a lot of D&D streams struggle with is chat interaction. So I'm glad that you guys are able to interact, even though I'm DMing and can't always, go over to the chat and I am reading it. I just can't interact with it all the time because I'm doing the DM stuff. But we are going to raid the wonderful neurotic player who is doing a subathon, and you guys should all go show her some love with that subathon. Thank you guys so much. This is probably gonna be our standard time next week at 11 a.m. If there's any changes, we'll let you know. Follow me on Discord, Twitter, Instagram for any updates, and follow us on YouTube for this recording coming out.
True.
Anyway.
Hi, YouTube.
Bye,
Next week's
guys.
gonna be mad at me, so
Bye,
come back.
YouTube.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bus.